Endless miles, no drama, built for forever. We're counting 15 underrated, comfortable motorcycle seniors actually ride. You'll see real prices, senior-friendly ergos, and proven longevity that makes wallets relaxed. Stick around. Our top pick blends low seat, light feel, and decade-long reliability. On the grid at number 15, Suzuki GSX 1100G. The shaft drive UJM sleeper that mixes torque-rich thrust with sofa comfort for riders who want reliable miles without drama. Air and oil-cooled lineage means durable internals and a Sachs heritage tuned for smooth, long-life delivery. Carbs and ignition are straightforward and reliable, with jets and gaskets available from broad aftermarket support. The broad saddle is plush, the reach is neutral, and the triangle stays stable on 100-mile stretches. At 70 miles per hour, the motor hums relaxed, and the shaft keeps lube chores minimal, which seniors appreciate for practical upkeep. Suspension is classic but tunable. Fresh fork oil, quality shocks, and proper sag restore confidence and control on patched pavement. One rider shared, "I am a 65-year-old rider and have done the ascending ladder from a 450 to a 900 to this 92 1100G. It is as quick and fast as I care to travel, and I've ridden faster bikes, R1 and GSX 1000 RS. It appears to be bulletproof, as I have 33K on the clock. Brakes respond well to braided lines and fresh pads, adding bite while preserving OEM character. Price reality is friendly. New is long discontinued. Used examples typically list between $2,200 and $4,500, with maintenance records commanding fair premiums. Light negative, the machine is heavy at a crawl. Once rolling, inertia smooths inputs, and the ride turns silky. Highway passing is effortless thanks to broad torque, and the gearbox shifts with a precise feel riders find reassuring. Add a small screen, and you get quiet air to the chest, plus extra comfort in cooler seasons. Crave feet-forward ease and big torque? Number 14 brings it with floorboards and a relaxed cadence. Top box or soft bags? Which stays balanced for seniors? And what mounting system kept your back happy during parking lot maneuvers? Revved and ready at number 14, Yamaha Road Star 1700 𝐏𝐄𝐑 1700. The Yamaha Roadstar 1700 delivers simplicity and big twin torque in its chassis tuned for reliable comfort. Hydraulic lifters mean fewer valve checks, the bottom end is famously durable, and the belt final drive adds clean, low-mess longevity. Seniors like the friendly cadence, a relaxed thump that stays smooth at county road speeds while keeping vibes peaceful through the bars. Floorboards are wide and confidence-inspiring. The saddle is plush with real support, and the bar sweep keeps shoulders relaxed during hour-long stretches. Wind control improves quickly with a quality screen. Paired with soft lowers, the cockpit becomes notably quiet and stable on breezy afternoons. Suspension is straightforward, but responds to fresh fork oil and decent shocks, restoring control on patched pavement without making the ride harsh. Brakes wake up with braided lines and modern pads, a simple upgrade that adds firm, repeatable bite. Price reality is friendly for riders shopping value. New is long discontinued. Used examples commonly list around $3,500 to $6,500, with tidy records and tasteful touring bits commanding fair premiums. Light negative, carb tune matters. Set pilots and sync properly once, and it starts clean, idles reliable, and runs strong for seasons. Parts support is robust, with gaskets, cables, and drive belts easy to source, and the community knowledge base is massive for jetting, gearing, and comfort tweaks. At 70 miles per hour, the motor loafs with relaxed throttle, passing with a torquey surge that feels secure rather than frantic. Floorboards are mid-pegs, which saves your knees on long days when the highway goes quiet and the miles stack up. Prefer Honda Thunder with a highway couch vibe? Number 13 delivers that same comfort with a different heartbeat. Throttle the engine and hit subscribe, bell on. Join our crew for reliable comfort picks, real prices, and setup tips. We drop weekly rides that keep backs happy, wrists relaxed, and miles stress-free. Carving its place at number 13, Honda VTX 1800. The Honda VTX 1800 is an under-stressed V-twin built for reliable distance, a highway couch that carries riders with durable poise and smooth delivery. Low rev torque keeps shifts minimal. The driveline is stout and long-lived, and the cooling system stays stable in summer traffic and mountain grades. Seniors appreciate the broad saddle, forward boards, and a peaceful cadence that relaxes shoulders, while the chassis holds a stable line through gusty crosswinds. Used pricing usually lands between $3,500 and $7,000, with condition and records driving value. Look for smooth fueling, clean fluids, and a consistent idle. Service is practical, basic valves, accessible filters, and a reliable charging system when connectors are kept clean and grounds are secure. One rider shared, "More power than you need, never a hiccup. This V-twin is so smooth, and with the stock exhaust system is very quiet. She is a sleeper. Piss her off and she'll put you back in your seat for a wild ride." Weight off the side stand is noticeable, yet once rolling, the geometry feels balanced and the bike settles into a confident rhythm that makes interstate miles feel light. Cornering clearance is respectable for a cruiser, and the torque heart lets you short shift, surf the mid-range, and keep effort low while covering serious ground. Fit a backrest and a luggage rack, and you have a senior-friendly distance eater that plays commuter and explores county lines without complaint. Backrest or highway pegs. What saves your hips first when the day stretches past 200 miles? If you want a fairing commuter tour with shaft serenity and a calmer wind pocket, number 12 is a sleeper with surprising value. Shaking things up at number 12, Yamaha XJ900S Diversion / 𝐏𝐄𝐑 900. Yamaha's XJ900S blends shaft drive ease with fairing calm, a senior-friendly standard that feels reliable 7 days a week. The understressed inline 4 has a durable bottom end, reliable electrics, and simple access to filters, plugs, and valves, so routine service remains practical. Ergonomics are balanced: an upright triangle, a plush seat, and panels that carve a peaceful pocket at 50 to 60 miles per hour. Used prices usually fall between $2,500 and $4,500, with tidy wiring and straight wheels earning the upper tier. On the road, it is a stable commuter that turns cleanly into sweepers, tracks confident over patched 2 lanes, and shrugs off crosswinds. The shaft final drive is quiet and maintenance-free, which means fewer messes in the garage and more time riding. Brakes feel period. Fresh lines and quality pads deliver stronger bite, and modern tires move feedback from muted to reassuring. Weight is carried low, so parking lot turns stay manageable, and the cockpit accepts taller screens and soft luggage without upsetting balance. For senior riders seeking a fair price machine that does a little of everything, this Yamaha proves reliable, comfortable, and engaging. How many bar rise inches keep shoulders relaxed on taller standards for you? And would you mount a touring screen or keep the sleeker profile? If upright muscle with sharper handling sounds tempting, the next pick flexes with modern poise and long-term reliability. Taking the lane at number 11, Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Standard. The Electra Glide Standard is classic touring comfort with a relaxed cadence seniors appreciate. Big twin torque at low revs, hydraulic lifters that reduce valve checks, and a clean belt final drive make upkeep. Practical. The Batwing fairing carves a quiet pocket, floorboards are supportive, and the plush saddle spreads weight, so backs stay happy all day. Chassis feel is stable with bags aboard. Once rolling, the heft fades and steering stays smooth and predictable. Used pricing typically spans about $5,000 to $9,000, with tidy service records, fresh rubber earning sensible premiums. Look for consistent idle clean fluids and a gentle clutch take-up. Brakes wake up with stainless lines and modern pads, adding predictable bite without making it harsh. Exhaust sound of the Harley-Davidson Electra Glide Standard. Suspension responds to fresh fork oil and a quality rear damper, restoring controlled motion over patched pavement and keeping lower backs relaxed. Maintenance cadence is practical at home. Fluids, filters, belt inspection, and periodic fastener checks. Parts. Support is robust, and the community knowledge base covers comfort tweaks from bar rise to foam density, light negative, parking lot mass, and tallish gearing at a crawl, smooth throttle, and clutch timing keep launches confident. Set it up for seniors. A rider backrest for lumbar relief, a mid-height windshield for silent shoulders, and soft lowers when the air turns chilly. Add engine guards and adjustable levers to keep wrists and knees relaxed today. What screen height in inches gives you quiet flow just above your sightline without buffeting your lid? Cranking hard into number 10. Honda GL 1200 Goldwing Interstate Aspen 𝐃𝐑. Honda's GL 1200 Goldwing delivers wing comfort in a manageable package with a legendary flat four, a fairing that builds a peaceful bubble, and a sofa-grade seat for state-line days. Reliability is the story. The engine is tough, the cooling stays stable in desert heat, and parts support is abundant thanks to decades of loyal owners. Used pricing commonly spans $2,500 to $6,000, and clean wiring with a healthy stator earns a premium because charging stability is critical for older tours. Ergonomics suits seniors. A broad fairing, a roomy triangle with natural reach, and boards or big pegs that keep knees happy while the chassis tracks straight with luggage. Suspension likes fresh fluids and correct preload, turning choppy asphalt into a smoother, more controlled ride that preserves lower back comfort. A light negative exists. Aging stator wiring and reg-rec connectors deserve inspection. Upgraded components and dedicated grounds make the system reliable for years. Add a medium windshield for helmet silence, a rider backrest for lumbar support, and modern touring tires for stable turn-in. For riders who want classic GL poise without the added mass of later generations, the 1200 delivers truly smooth miles, secure handling, and a relaxed rhythm that never gets old. Looking for a weirdly comfy all-rounder with a tall stance after your wing? Number 9 awaits with upright posture, nimble manners, and a reputation for durable travel. Tearing up the asphalt at number 9, Yamaha TDM 900 or TDM 850. Yamaha's TDM 900 brings a sport tour posture with a bulletproof twin and day-long comfort, pairing reliable fueling, durable internals, and a stable chassis that stays confident on patched 2 lanes. The parallel twin is flexible and low stress, pulling clean from neighborhood speeds and humming peaceful at highway pace, while service remains practical with accessible filters, shimmed valves, and clear manuals for home mechanics. Ergonomics welcomes senior riders. Upright bars, a supportive seat, and a neutral peg drop that keeps knees relaxed for hours. Top speed of Yamaha TDM 900. Suspension is compliant without being wallowy. The wheelbase adds straight-line calm, and the brakes deliver predictable bite with modern pads. Fuel range is strong, and the engine tolerates heat with reliable cooling airflow in summer gridlock. Many owners refresh fork oil and add progressive springs for sharper control and brighter bulbs for night confidence. Prices live in the sleeper lane. New is discontinued. Used examples usually run about $3,000 to $6,000, depending on miles and paperwork, which makes the TDM a value buy for riders who want durability without a premium badge. Prefer a torquey shaft UJM for a similar posture and simpler maintenance? On your California, what windshield height in inches gives you a quiet, stable pocket? Short, mid, or tall? And would you add barbacks or a rider backrest for extra comfort? Kicking over into number 8, Moto Guzzi California 1100. Moto Guzzi's California 1100 brings shaft drive ease, floorboard comfort, and a tractable transverse V-twin. Screw and lock nut valves are practical, fueling is smooth on sorted carbs or EFI, and the long wheelbase tracks stable and calm through wind. Seniors like the neutral bar sweep, a plush saddle, and wide boards that keep hips and knees relaxed. The engine measures about 1,064 cubic centimeters, tuned for friendly torque that pulls clean from neighborhood pace and hums quiet at highway cruise. Brakes respond to braided lines, suspension with fresh fork oil, and a quality rear shock turns choppy asphalt into controlled glide. Used examples commonly list around $3,000 to $6,000. Charging health matters, and parts support is solid. Light negative, a hint of top heaviness at walking pace. Once rolling, the bike feels balanced and unhurried, with a warm civil soundtrack. Heat management is calm, and the side-to-side cylinders leave knees in gentle airflow. For seniors dialing fit, a mid-height screen builds a quiet pocket. Bar backs ease shoulders, and a rider backrest protects lower backs. Setup: check rounds, renew fuel lines, synchronize carbs or verify EFI trims, and keep fresh rubber for predictable steering. Clutch pull feels light. Shifts are predictable and calm. Add soft lowers and a luggage rack. This California delivers reliable miles with character, comfort, and easygoing poise. Old school sport tour comfort with real bite returns next, because number 7 still rips when the road opens. For marathon saddles, do you prefer sheepskin or gel pads? What feels more plush? Firing hard into number 7, Yamaha FJ1200. Yamaha's FJ1200 brings big fairing protection, a plush saddle, and a rock-solid engine that earned a reliable name. The stout inline 4 is understressed for street duty, delivering smooth thrusts and a durable gearbox, while service remains sensible with clear intervals and accessible components. Wind protection is the secret. Broad fairing and shaped screen carve a quiet pocket that keeps shoulders relaxed and helmets calm at legal cruise. Ergonomics hit a senior-friendly sweet spot with a roomy triangle, a natural bar reach, and pegs that spare knees on long rides. Chassis manners are stable and predictable. Fork oil and modern tires restore crisp response, and braided lines bring strong brake feel without drama. Heat can creep up in midsummer. Cleaning ducts and fitting simple deflectors keeps temps manageable in stop and go. Value is clear, new is discontinued. Used survivors often list about $2,000 to $4,500, where maintenance records and straight plastics add confidence. Add luggage, a tail rack, and a laminar lip for truly quieter flow, and the big Yamaha becomes a practical sport tour rig that still hustles when asked. If shaft serenity with a torquey 4 sounds appealing, number 6 glides in with boards, bags, and a touring stance that treats backs kindly. For the highway crowd, do you run a tall screen or a laminar lip for Silent 75, and which gave truly better stability in crosswinds? The contender at number 6, Kawasaki Vulcan 1600 Nomad. Kawasaki's Vulcan 1600 Nomad rolls in with boards, bags, and a windshield for comfort, delivering reliable miles with a peaceful cadence at highway pace. The understressed V-twin is cool running. The cooling system stays stable in summer, and the proven final drive handles luggage and passengers without complaint. So ownership feels predictable and service remains practical with clear intervals. The cockpit is generous. A plush saddle, relaxed bar sweep, and floorboards that let legs stretch, easing hips and keeping ankles neutral on long days. Wind management is a highlight. The stock screen and lowers create a quiet pocket, and many riders add a taller shield or a simple lip to tune buffeting for smooth flow. Chassis manners are stable, steering is reassuring at parking speed, and once rolling, the weight fades into a confident glide that makes roads friendly. Prices are approachable. New is discontinued. Used examples typically sit around $3,000 to $6,000 with records worth attention. Light negative is the stock shock being soft for heavy loads. Upgraded springs or a quality damper add control, better sag, and improved stability two-up. Bolt on a backrest for lumbar relief, fits soft luggage, and the Nomad becomes a practical, durable tourer with lines. Gentle Giant Honda Standard arrives next at number 5. Before we move on, tell us your preload recipe. How many clicks deliver balanced ride height when the bags are full? Lighting the track at number 5, Honda CB 1300 Super 4. Honda's CB 1300 Super 4 is a gentle giant with a silky 4 and relaxed geometry, and the kind of standard that delivers comfort without drama and reliability without constant tinkering. The big air and oil-cooled engine is proven with strong ancillaries and reliable cooling that shrug off summer traffic, while fueling stays smooth and linear for riders who prefer predictable response. Ergonomics are friendly. Upright bars, a plush seat, and mid-mount pegs that keep hips relaxed and knees at an easy angle. Suspension favors stable control over harshness, so patch pavement stays manageable and sweepers feel confident. New examples are discontinued. Used prices typically sit around $4,500 to $9,000, depending on condition, so value remains strong. Maintenance is simple and practical. Shim access is straightforward, filters are common, and the chassis welcomes at-home service, keeping costs reasonable. Light negative. At walking pace, the weight is noticeable, but once rolling, the bike becomes balanced and calm, tracking straight without fuss. The motor's broad mid-range lets you short shift and cruise, yet the top end still feels alive when the road opens, while the clutch and gearbox remain precise and durable. If you want a standard that blends durability, comfort, and Honda refinement, this giant fits. Next is a boxer-powered fairing sport tourer with telelever calm and shaft drive ease, built for day-long comfort in a quiet, smooth bubble. What windshield height in inches gives you a clear view over the lip while keeping shoulders silent, mid-tall, or a lip add-on? Pushing boundaries at number 4, BMW R1150 RT. BMW's R1150 RT is a shaft-drive sport tourer built for comfort and longevity. The air and oil-cooled boxer makes low RPM torque that keeps shifts minimal, and the telelever front end slashes brake dive to save wrists. Paralever rear control keeps drive shaft reactions smooth, so throttle roll-ons feel stable even with bags and a passenger. Cockpit winds stack up. An adjustable screen carves a quiet pocket, the wide saddle supports hips, and the upright triangle keeps shoulders relaxed all day. Value is strong for seniors chasing reliability without drama. Used pricing commonly lands between $3,000 and $6,000, with tidy service logs earning fair premiums. Prioritize clean fluids, a consistent idle, and final dry play that feels tight and even. Brakes are strong. Stainless lines and fresh pads add predictable bite, while modern touring tires sharpen feedback without turning the ride harsh. Maintenance stays practical. Valve checks are clearly documented. Alternator access is straightforward, and parts support is deep, thanks to a huge community. Light negative. Servo ABS years add complexity. Choose non-servo examples or verified service history, and the system remains confident and calm. Heat management is good. The fairing vents move air well at summer pace, and the boxer's lateral cylinders keep knees in a natural wind-supported position. Fit a low seat, add bar backs if needed, and this RT turns interstates into easy rhythm riding. Want an even softer glide with a silky heartbeat? The Flat 6 Cruiser next rides like a sofa, yet stays surprisingly nimble. Throttle up and hit subscribe. Keep alerts on. Join our community for reliable comfort picks, real prices, and practical setup advice. Weekly drops that keep backs happy, shoulders relaxed, and miles stress-free for seniors who want smooth, longevity-focused rides. Sparking energy at number 3. Honda Valkyrie GL1500C. Honda's Valkyrie, the GL1500C, brings flat 6 silky thrust, sofa comfort, and a rock-solid shaft that turns long days into relaxed cruises. The low seat lets seniors plant both feet. The plush saddle spreads weight evenly, and the wide bars deliver light steering at neighborhood pace while staying stable on the interstate. That low-stress 6 has legendary longevity. Liquid cooling, 6 carbs when stock but easily synchronized, and a reputation for reliable running far past odometer numbers most bikes see. New models are discontinued. Used examples commonly trade from roughly $4,500 to $8,500, with service records, timing belt age, and tire freshness guiding value. Brakes and suspension were built for mile eating. A composed chassis tracks straight, and the motor's smooth pulse keeps hands peaceful after hours. Maintenance is practical. Fluids, belts, and carb sync, and access is better than the size suggests, while the parts base is massive thanks to the Goldwing family. And then light negative. Lifting off the side stand takes commitment. Once rolling, the bike hides its mass and feels balanced, with silky response and a gearbox that shifts with Honda clarity. For seniors chasing comfort without losing character, the Valkyrie answers with deep torque and a soundtrack that stays civil at cruise. If you like full dresser calm, the next pick brings wind control, a deep seat, and hardware built for decade-long service. Windshield tuners. What height in inches gives you quiet shoulders and a clear view truly over the lip? Gunning forward into number 2, Yamaha Stratoliner 1900 X-Fi 1900. Yamaha's Stratoliner 1900. The XV1900 is a granite-tough V-twin that pairs plush cockpit comfort with serious wind control for seniors who want reliable distance without drama. The big displacement runs at low stress. Fueling is reliable and crisp, and the stout chassis keeps the bike stable under bags, passenger, and crosswinds. A deep seat supports hips, floorboards relax ankles, and the wide bar offers natural leverage, so U-turns feel manageable and freeway sweepers feel confident instead of twitchy. Used pricing usually sits from $4,500 to $9,000, with condition, accessories, entire age driving value. New is discontinued. Wind protection is a highlight. The large screen creates a quiet pocket that reduces shoulder strain, and the stock bags swallow real-world luggage for weekend loops or multi-state tours. Maintenance stays practical. Valve checks are spaced, access is reasonable, and part support remains strong thanks to a devoted community. Light negative. In tight parking, the heft shows, but once rolling, the geometry calms everything down, and the motor's smooth pulse melts away buzzy fatigue. We appreciate the way this platform mixes classic style with modern manners. Torque arrives early, traction feels controlled, and the brakes offer reassuring bite with predictable modulation. For seniors who want a cruiser that eats miles while keeping backs relaxed and wrists peaceful, this machine delivers. Now we close with a low-seat, mellow vibe favorite that rides forever. The sleeper owners keep since comfort, value, and longevity line up. The one every rider respects. Number 1. Yamaha XV1100 Virago. Yamaha's XV1100 Virago delivers shaft drive ease, a low seat, and a relaxed heartbeat that turns long days into peaceful miles. The mellow V-twin is reliable, with strong electrics on sorted years and a durable frame that keeps everything stable under a duffel and backrest. Power arrives in a smooth, tractable wave. The gearing is friendly, and the bike settles into a quiet, low RPM cruise that feels kind to wrists and shoulders. Floorboards or forward pegs let you stretch, the plush pad spreads weight, and the bar bend keeps your chest expanded for steady airflow behind a mid-height screen. New is long discontinued. Used examples commonly sell between $2,000 and $4,000, with condition, charging health, entire age driving value. Routine care is simple. Fluids, filters, valve checks at sensible intervals, and periodic shaft splines. And the part stream remains strong thanks to a community. Light negative. The starter clutch on some years can slip. The widely known fix is straightforward and rarely repeated when done with quality parts. Suspension responds to fresh springs and modern shocks, adding control while preserving riding comfort. Braided lines and fresh pads sharpen braking for secure stops. What we love most is the temperament, unhurried, balanced, and comfort first, with a soundtrack that is warm but never harsh. This is why so many riders say the Virago rides forever, because the package encourages maintained ease rather than drama. Click the next video to keep the ride going. More underrated, comfort-first bikes with real prices are waiting. Then hit subscribe and tap the bell. Weekly drops with setup tips, seat/screen fixes, and long-term reliability.